What's up, guys? It's Super Cobra Vapor here, and I'm coming to review the Smok Alien 220 watt temperature control mod paired with the tfv8 Baby Beast. Now, I know it hasn't been quite a week yet. It is Saturday morning, so I'm just going to count it as a week. So, two funny, weird things happened to me. So, let me talk about the first one. So, I was actually writing up some numbers in my head, or not really writing up some numbers, but trying to figure out how many hours of sleep I need to get before I have to get up, because my aunt is getting married tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a long day. But I went to take a hit off this guy, and it was weird. So what had happened was is I took a hit off of it, and I got an immediate throat hit, like a harsh throat hit, like not PG throat hit, not nicotine throat hit, like almost like cotton burning. So I'm like, ah, shit, I burnt the cotton. So I was gonna originally replace my coil with the 0.15 anyways, but I wanted to be sure, so I went ahead and did a few primer puffs. I covered the air holes, did primer puffs. The first hit was fine, and then I hit it again for a little bit longer, and the throat hit was back. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely burnt the cotton. So I take the tank apart. Obviously, I tilted it upside down, so I didn't waste any e-juice. But I took the tank apart. I looked at the coil head. Cotton's white as day. Or not day, but white as clouds. If that makes any sense. It wasn't burnt. So I'm like, okay, well, what the hell's going on here? So I did some research, and if you get dust or something in here, like dust or dirt or really anything, the coil can actually burn it, and you inhaling that will simulate like a cotton burning or a really harsh dry hit. So what I did was is I blew into the coil head to put the tank back together, and it works fine now. Now the second funny thing that happened to me, and I did not know this thing did this, but it says, don't abuse the protects. Now, a lot of people think, because I actually just did some research on that, a lot of people think it's Chinglish. But what it actually means is, don't abuse the protection that's put in the mod. So, like, even though that you can build down to 0.1, don't go below that. Or if it has a short circuit protection, don't abuse that. So that's what don't abuse the protects means. So if you short your Addy out or something like that, it'll say that. I thought that was just a quirky little thing, and it's pretty funny because a lot of people think it's Chinese English, but it's really not. And I wasn't doing anything to actually trigger that. I don't know what had happened. It just did it randomly. So as you guys can see, it is hitting fine now. So with that being said, the review must go on. So, it's technically a week. So what do I think of the Smok Alien? I love it. I love the way it feels in the hand, how it's conforms to your hand, and it's just comfortable, and it has that sidebar that's a firing. Now if you take a look at something like the RX-23 or the Kangaroo Tech right there, the screens are on the front, and you just have one little dot of a firing button. And yeah, they're comfortable, but I like something with the screen on the side that's easy to read. It's a nice big bold screen with bold letters. So as you can see, 50 watts. And you can read everything evenly. You're not having to strain your eyes like, what does that say? So yeah, I like the big screen. And I also like the way it looks. The black body with the metallic gray insert right here, and then this little carbon fiber strip. I don't know, it just tops it off. I mean, yeah, fake carbon fiber is kind of cheesy, but yeah, you can't complain. I mean, it's a $120 mod. I mean, if you put real carbon fiber on a mod, it's going to be a lot more expensive. Same with like the gold plated mods. Yeah, gold plating's kind of cheesy, but if you was to get actual 24 karat gold mod, you know how much money you would spend? Way too much. So For the price, you cannot complain. And the fact that they include a little screen protector that I kind of fucked up on because there's a little hair under there, or a little piece of dirt, and it's got one little air bubble trapped under there, I still think that's pretty cool. So when you go to apply your screen protector, guys, make sure your screen is completely clean. Make sure there's no lint or hair or dust or anything under there that prevents it from making a nice tight seal. So, do I really think it goes up to 220 watts? Well, that could be debatable because, I mean, in a perfect world, yes, it probably could do 220 watts with the right setup and the right batteries, even on a dual 18650, but this isn't a perfect world. You have manufacturers who are advertising, I sounded like an idiot there, advertising false claims. Like, so, say this mod's 220 watts. It may do 220 watts, but on two 18650s in a world like this, probably not. Not with this build, at least. You'd have to have a really good build to be able to do 220 watts with just two 18650s. So, and even at that point, you're probably just looking at the danger zones. So, yeah. But as far as portability goes, it's really comfortable. It's got a little heft to it. That might be a con to some of you guys. To me, I personally like it because it makes the mod feel solid, and it's not going anywhere. So let me go ahead. I keep forgetting that this is not like the Kangaroo Tech or any other box mods that I own. And the fact is that you gotta push the button 3 times to get in the menu and turn it off that way. Alright, so go ahead and take my batteries out real quick. Just gonna go ahead and put those off to the side. Without batteries, it's really loose. The battery door is really loose, and I'm not a big fan of that. Now, when you have the batteries in it, it is solid as can be. No rattle, and I like that. I don't like mods that rattle. That SMY up there has a rattly fire button. It's got a pretty big fire button, but it rattles like shit. And when you're walking, just the slightest little movement with that, in my opinion, I can hear it. I don't know if other people can. But when you're walking, slightest little bit of movement will make it rattle, and it gets annoying. Alright, so another thing I do got to point out as a con is the paint. The paint wears off way too easily, and I'm not. This is not just coming from me. This came from one of my other friends, or 2 of my other friends that have dealt with this mod before, or one of them hasn't. They just heard a lot about it and how the paint kind of sucks on it, but the other one has dealt with these, and yeah, the paint is not really that good. It's more scuffed up on the bottom for me because I set my mods down. I set them down like this. But, I mean, if you're not worried about... let's see. Negative side up. Positive side up. Okay, let me make sure I got those in right. Okay, yeah. Because I charged my batteries and I ended up rotating them again. So, yeah. See? You're gonna need a little force to be able to push that door or get the door open. And that's what I like. Alright. Make sure we don't have any burnt hits again. Or burnt tasting hits. Because I set it down in some wax and that could have been the issue. I don't really know. So I'm going to let that boot up. Alright, so I found a total of 2 cons. Obviously the paint chipping off really easily and the battery door is really loose. Now, when you don't have batteries in it, it's not really a con, but if you had batteries in it, and I actually seen this firsthand. One of my buddies had gotten a new mod. It was the 18650 from I can't remember who made it, but it was a it was a pretty beastly mod. It was about the shape of sort of like a Wismec, but it had 418s and like a diamond pattern. So you got 2 going this way, 2 going that way. So it was kept the shape of the DNAs and the RXs. But he could literally just put his mod down on the tables and batteries come out, and that is a big con. Now, I don't have this mod, so I'm not going to do a review on it. It says it goes up to 315 watts, but he took 2 of the batteries out because you can run it with dual 18650s, and it still went up to 315, and that's my point of false advertisement. So yeah, new coil, no. Oh yeah, and that's another con. Is every time you unscrew the atomizer and you put it back on, it'll ask you if this is a new coil, and your resistance will pretty much change every time. Like a few minutes ago, it was reading 0.412. Now it's reading 0.414. So that's being nitpicky at that point. I mean, if you don't have a big issue on it, I mean, you could really go into the settings and adjust your ohms, which I'll do that. I'll show you that. I'm not going to adjust my ohms because I don't really feel the need to, but you can adjust your ohms if you wanted to, so you can actually dial it in if really needed to be. Oh man. Alright, so enough about the mod. I give it an 8 out of 10 because it does have a few little nitpicky things that I find as a con. Some of you guys probably won't even care, but I give it an 8 out of 10. Did I say 8 out of 10 or did I say 9 out of 10? Fuck, I can't remember. But let's go ahead and talk about the baby beast, shall we? So apart from that little experience with the harsh throat hit, so far the tank has been phenomenal on its e-juice consumption. This is where I'm at right now in my bottle. This thing does not use a lot of e-juice that fast. Like, if you're not chain vaping this, or well, hell, you can even chain vape it sometimes, and your e-juice won't go down as fast as it did on the big beast. I call this the baby beast, the big beast. So yeah. But your e-juice capacity, even though it's a smaller tank, the e-juice capacity is there. I mean, I've gotten an hour out of this tank on one fill. So, that'll tell you a lot. Also, I find the best range for this tank is 50 watts. They do recommend 55 to 65 watts, but 50 should get you where you need to go. That is some good e-juice. If you guys have never tried Zebra Stripe, I suggest you guys try it. It is amazing. It's by Big F and Deal. Pretty good company. But 50 watts is good for that tank. I love the size of it. It's tiny, it's compact. It has good e-juice consumption. It has good vapor production. And I can't really stress that enough about the vapor production on this. It's a tiny tank, but boy, does it have a big ass footprint when it in terms of vapor. It's got a tiny footprint in the tank, but the vapor production it can put out is just phenomenal. I'm gonna have to clean that tank out. I think there's a little, it's not all my coils, but I think there's a little piece of wax in there that's just sitting at the bottom, and it's like drawing in like the scent. So it's like getting a little flavor from the wax, and yeah, I need to clean that shit out. But I give the tank a 10 out of 10 because to me the tank it's flawless with the 0.4 resistant coil in there. You got flavor for days, you got vapor for days, you got great e-juice consumption. Like, I can't stress that enough. I know this is sounding like an infomercial, but that's just how I feel. Oh wait, there is one more con. With other, like with the Twisted Messes RDA, let's see, where is it? Right there. Right there, the Twisted Messes does not sit completely flush on this. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on camera, but there is a slight lean to this tank. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with that, but I mean, it fires fine. It's not grounding out. It's not shorting out. It's not throwing up any protection. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's go ahead and throw another device on, or another. Let me go ahead and grab the Twisted Messes real quick, just to show you what I mean and see if it still has that leaning effect. Okay, this one has a slight lean, but you can see what I mean by it does not sit completely flush. Alright. Yes, I forgot. And I gotta turn this up because this is firing on a 0.23 resistance. So I'm gonna turn it up to 90. Alright, do 95. It's a night and day difference. This thing fires it really good, and fucking hell, vapor for days. But yeah, so it fires this 0.25 build on this Twisted Messes really nicely at 90 watts. And I did bump it down. But the ramp up time, because I do have it set to hard, it fires the coils a little bit faster than, say, like a soft or a normal. But the whole package for the price, I give it a 10 out of 10. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. This is your boy Super Cobra Vapor signing out.